Today we will be implementing a counseling model by conducting a simulated case report with an emphasis on the development of an effective therapeutic relationship. This counseling model will demonstrate specific counseling behaviors to facilitate a client or patient-centered focus and enhance the emotional, effective clinical environment.
Johnson. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Olivia just ran to the restroom. She'll be right in.
Okay.
I wanted to let you know we've been having a few challenges getting Olivia to come to therapy. She seems to not be so motivated. So maybe I wanted to give you a heads up for your session today, and I hope maybe you can talk about it with her today. Okay. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Good to see you. Hi, Olivia. How are you today?
Hi, Miss Johnson. I'm fine.
How's everything going? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Honestly, I don't want to be here for my feeding therapy, but my mom is making me give it a try. I would rather be at home just watching my YouTube and Netflix.
I can relate. There are times that I don't want to go to my yoga class, but I know how important it is for me to learn new moves to become stronger. So I still try to go even when I don't want to.
I don't do yoga. I do tennis. You don't really get it. I don't want to try and eat new foods. I don't see the point. It's stupid. I'm a picky eater, but I eat some foods, so what's the point of me trying new things? It doesn't matter anyways, whatever.
This is an incorrect counseling moment, and the technique of active listening is not being implemented correctly, as the clinician's body language and responses are that of being disinterested. Let's take a minute to talk about some of the things the clinician can modify about her behavior to seem more interested and empathetic as to what Olivia is expressing in this moment.
Okay, Olivia, let's talk about this. I want to make sure we're on the same page so we can clear everything up so there's no misunderstandings between us two. I can see and hear you're very upset about this situation. You don't see the point in coming to therapy and you'd rather be home watching videos and doing other things. You also feel that you will always be different, and being a picky eater does not matter, since as long as you're eating and eat something, that's all that matters. You also express that you're frustrated with your mom, who's encouraging you to eat new foods. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here, the clinician is also implementing the clinical counseling process of reflection. The clinician is not simply restating what Olivia said, but rather responding to her body language, her emotions, her reactions, and her tone of voice. Reflection can further improve the success of building a strong, positive rapport, leading to increased treatment outcomes and trajectory in the future.
Let's talk about brainstorming a few reasons why your mom and I would like you to continue trying new foods and coming to therapy. Let's start with your mom. Why does your mom want you to try new foods?
I don't know, because she's my mom and she just likes telling me what to do. She doesn't understand me. She just doesn't get it.
Okay, Olivia, let's take a step back and calm down. Most likely she does all that because she loves you. She doesn't want what's worse for you, she wants what's best for you. And you know what's the best form of nutrition humans can get?
Food.
Here we have another incorrect counseling moment depicted. Here, the clinician begins by asking Olivia why her mother wants her to attend therapy. What could the clinician have done to avoid this situation, as it is evident that Olivia is actively frustrated by this comment. The clinician needs to be self-aware of her bias and viewpoints in order to avoid or eliminate these type of situations going forward. The clinician also needs to be mindful of the way in which she responds and not let her frustration impede and consume a counseling moment or the session. It is imperative for every clinician to present themselves professionally, which encompasses both being consciously aware of their body movements, body language, facial expressions, and most of all, their tone of delivery and empathetic responses.
This is not easy. I just want you to know that this is a safe room. Whatever you tell me stays between us two. So I want you to feel comfortable opening up to me about any concerns. You mentioned tennis earlier. How is that going? Have you been practicing?
Tennis is all right. You know, my backhand's getting really good. My coach says I'm doing a lot of improvements. I still don't get along with the kids on my team, but whatever. They're not that good anyways.
Wow, that's great. I used to play tennis a lot when I was your age, and I still do sometimes with my friends. I know backhand is the toughest, so I'm really impressed you have that down.
Thanks.
As you know, tennis is a sport that uses a lot of our muscles, and in order to fuel those muscles, we need protein. Well, who's your favorite tennis player, and how come?
Oh, I love Venus Williams. She's so good.
But do you know what is one of the greatest secrets to her successful tennis career?
Her backhand?
Well, she does have a killer backhand,
She does.
but it's actually her healthy eating habits. She needs a lot of different foods in order to fuel her body, in order for her to be active and strong. She needs different foods such as proteins, carbs, vegetables. All these foods help her perform best.
I don't believe you. Food isn't that important.
Well, I have a video about Venus on how she eats a lot of different foods. I'd like to show it to you if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Here you see the clinician displaying the utmost empathy and compassion towards Olivia, not only in wanting to help her with treatment, but also just being engaged in everyday conversation and getting to know more about her and gaining her trust.
Okay, Olivia, look, I found an awesome video on your favorite tennis player. She's gonna show us what she puts in her smoothie. Let's watch.
So we're gonna make the tropical harvest smoothie.
Oh wow, tropical harvest smoothie.
Passion fruit,
Passion fruit,
sweet potatoes.
sweet potatoes. Wow. Look at all the variety of different foods she puts in that smoothie. That's pretty cool. All the nutrients she's getting.
I guess you do have a point about food being important, but trying new foods is just really hard for me.
It's no big deal though. Trying new foods is normal. It's no big deal at all. You could do it. It's no big deal. Olivia, I know it's not easy. I completely agree with you that trying new foods is definitely a challenge. But I want you to know that I'm here to work with you in coming up with new approaches and new strategies to introduce these foods. And even next time we can brainstorm some ideas of how we can incorporate these new foods. Just like we saw in the video of Venus putting new foods in a blender in a smoothie. There are different ways, so don't worry. We're gonna come up with the best way that works for you.
Okay. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, I'll try to come up with some different foods that I'd like to try for next time.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing with me and opening up with me during this session. I'm looking forward to figuring out and brainstorming different ways we could try new foods together next time.
Okay.
I think our session has come to an end. I'm going to bring in your mom and just briefly discuss what we talked about, okay?
Okay.
All right. Olivia and I, we spoke about some strategies to incorporate during mealtime and some
Good.
ideas for her to try different new foods.
That's very good. Olivia, what did you think?
I really like the ideas that we came up with.
Good.
So what I think helped motivate Olivia the best was watching a video on her favorite tennis player, Venus.
Yes, that is her favorite.
Yes, and in the video we saw how Venus incorporated a variety of different foods into a smoothie.
Oh, I really like that idea.
Mhm. And Olivia expressed that she's open to trying that.
That's so good. I'm so excited about this.
And I know it may be difficult in the home environment to manage meal times and incorporate new foods. It's definitely difficult, but it's my goal to help alleviate those problems and reduce the stress at home.
That's perfect.
So,
Because that's our goal as a family, to make mealtimes more enjoyable and to give Olivia the tools that she needs to succeed and to be able to eat more foods. Because I know she wants to try and she's willing to.
absolutely. She was super cooperative with me, and I'm so impressed on how she opened up to me during this session. And when you go home, what I would suggest for you is to offer small bites of new foods.
Okay.
So introducing new variety of
We can
foods,
try
but
that.
just try eating in small bites, because as we know, being a good tennis player, we gotta try all
gotta
the
build
different
those
foods,
muscles.
build those muscles.
Okay.
So thank you
thanks.
so much for coming in, and we will reconvene next time to
Yeah.
brainstorm new strategies.
Perfect. We'll be back next week, and thank you so much. And Olivia, I'm very proud that you feel encouraged by this as well.
And yes, we're all very
Perfect.
proud of you. I'm looking forward to hearing back on
Yeah.
how everything is going next time, okay?
Alrighty, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Alrighty.